everybody! I have been wanting to make this video for a long time, but I never really had a lot of subscribers and I still don't. So I thought any time is a good time to make this. Here are 50 random facts about me. When I was 11, I got stung by a jellyfish. I grew up with two cats, Pepper and Midnight. Pepper was very fat. Midnight was very fluffy. I also had a hermit crab that I named Sunny, but I only had Sunny for about a week, and then he or she died. I love all things art, so photography, drawing, writing, painting, ceramics, sculpture. I love singing and acting, crocheting as well. I just started crocheting again. I am writing multiple books. I'm writing some children's stories, some I finished, but I really want to do the illustrations myself, so I need some time to do that. I'm also writing some short stories, a book with prose, a book with poetry. There are some stories that I'm writing that I wish would be like a novel. I want to travel all over the world, and I've been to 3 countries other than the US. I've been to Canada a bunch of times because I grew up about 10 minutes away from it. I've been to South Korea. I went there last year for 4 months with my mom, and I really miss it. I went to Japan for just a weekend. It was actually when I was in Korea. I flew to Japan and stayed there for like 1 night. I love crystals, and I have a really small collection of them. I used to do yoga and stretching and walking every day. I used to wake up at 8 o'clock every day in the summer, walk, then come back, stretch, do yoga, use weights too. I used to be like obsessed with exercise, but now I'm really lazy and I don't do anything. So I love animals. I said this before, but I grew up with 2 cats. And I used to be an animal sitter. I watched a lot of dogs, a few cats, yeah, and I did that for a few years. And actually here, I'm staying with the family right now, and they have 3 cats. I was a vegetarian for 4 years, but I actually stopped when I went to Korea. It was like 2 or 3 weeks in, I think it was like 3 weeks in, because it's so hard there to find vegetarian meals. And even if there are vegetarian meals, it's hard to ask, especially if you don't know the language, and I only knew a little bit at the time. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. 2 brothers are younger than me. My brother is older and my sister is older. I am the middle child. I sprained my ankle 2 times. One time was when I was in junior high. It was during basketball practice, and I was actually in the gym alone, and I was going up for a layup, and I came down and rolled my ankle. I was by myself when it happened, so it was really stupid. The second time was when I was in college a few years ago. I was doing rock climbing, and we were actually playing a game on the wall, and which I won, by the way. I didn't realize how high I was, and I just jumped and landed like straight on my foot. I didn't actually tell anybody that I sprained my ankle besides like a few of my friends, because I didn't want, like, rock climbing just started, so I didn't want anybody to be like, oh, like, you're not on the team anymore or something like that, or like I can't go to practice for so many days. So I had like 4 days anyway to like heal until my next practice, so nobody knew until after. I become attached very easily to things that I buy, especially things that people give me. So like if someone gives me a gift, like I get attached very easily and I don't ever want to get rid of it. I graduated a semester early from high school. I make jewelry and I attempt to sell it. I have sold a few pieces of jewelry in the past few months, but it's really hard because I'm in a small town currently. I do have an Etsy though, and a Facebook that I sell. I might actually put it in the description just in case anybody's interested. I love candles. I love painting my nails, but I don't do it often anymore because I'm really lazy. When I buy shoes now, I actually tried to buy comfort shoes. I used to buy shoes just because of the looks, which most people do, but I want shoes that are more comfortable to walk in. I love reading, but I don't read too often. I get distracted very easily, hence why I don't read all that often. My favorite movies are Crazy Rich Asians and Call Me By Your Name. I plan on doing my master's overseas. I don't want to say where it is that I'm planning because I don't want to jinx myself, just in case something happens where I can't. I plan on living overseas. It's actually a different place where I want to do my master's. And a lot of people that know me know I want to live here, but I don't really want to jinx it too much just in case something happens. Like, I have plans to go to these places, but I'm always nervous that, something will get in the way of that. I want a lot of animals. I want cats, dogs, a hedgehog, a hermit crab, and an axolotl. It's actually called a Mexican salamander. But yeah, they're really cute and cool looking, so. I love stuffed animals and I have a ton of them. I actually have one right here with me. It's my dog. It makes me feel more comfortable while I'm filming these videos because I still am really nervous making videos. My favorite foods are strawberries and a Korean food, which I am always nervous to say the name. I said it in my other video, it was called tteokbokki. I'm always nervous that I'm going to pronounce it weird. My favorite meal is Korean barbecue. My favorite animal is an owl, but I also love elephants, sloths, goats, obviously cats and dogs. I have a ton of favorite colors. Like, my overall favorite color is purple, but there are some colors that I guess are on my list of colors that are my favorite. Thistle, which is my favorite shade of purple, pastel purple, gray blue, chartreuse, coral forest green, artichoke green, Mountbatten pink, I think that's how you say it, rose quartz, pastel yellow, and mustard. Some of my favorite singers are GOT7, they are my favorite group, Lovelies, Lily and Madeline, Gabrielle Aplin, and Casey Musgraves. I will be starting school soon, and my major actually will be communications. With that degree, I'll have a lot of options for what I want to do. I think it's a perfect degree for me because, like, I do have a lot of options, and so I can do kind of different fields of work, which is really good because I want to do so many different things. I grew up in a sports family, so I played a lot of sports growing up. I played soccer, basketball, and softball. I was also a cheerleader for 1 year. My friend actually begged me to do it when I was like in 5th grade. I also did rock climbing when I was in college. I also did snowboarding when I was in college, but it was for class. Like, I went to school in the mountains, so yeah, one of my classes was actually snowboarding. Horror movies are my favorite kind of movie. I could watch horror movies like all day long. My personality is INFJT. So if anyone doesn't know what that is, it is a personality test, 16personalities.com. I am a Pisces. I am currently learning Korean and Thai. I've been learning Korean the longest, and I know I'm at basic level right now. Thai is something that I got interested in only about a month ago, maybe. I'm only on the alphabet so far. I know like 6 characters. It's not too hard, I think, to me, but maybe it's because I'm also learning Korean, so it makes it a little easier that I'm learning multiple languages. I also want to start learning Tagalog, which I've been trying to learn for years, but it's really hard for me. I don't know why. My grandmother is actually from the Philippines, and I have a ton of family in the Philippines, so that's why I want to learn it. I also want to learn Mandarin Chinese and American Sign Language. I am 24 years old, but I look really young. I get this all the time. Everyone thinks I'm like 16, and then they see my tattoos, and then they think, oh, well, she has to be at least 18 because you have to be 18 to get tattoos. I think without my nose ring, people would think I'm even younger. Like, I've even gotten like 13 before, and then they see my nose ring like, well, you have to be 16 to get a nose ring. It can be good at times to look younger, but then I get treated like I'm a kid. I'm obsessed with fruity licorice, especially Australian brand licorice. It's my favorite. I love sitting outside on warm days. I love the rain, and it is my favorite type of weather. I hate bugs. I hate spiders. I hate ants. I hate flies. I hate palmetto bugs, cockroaches. Palmetto bugs are actually like kind of like big cockroaches, and they fly, which is gross. I really like snakes though. I've always wanted a snake as a pet, but my dad is terrified of snakes. I'm trying to be as minimal as possible. I'm really interested in the whole minimalist movement that everyone's doing, but it's actually a really good thing to have less things, less physical things, and it kind of helps you clear your mind a little bit. So I'm slowly getting rid of more and more things, physically and even on like my phone or my computer or anything like that. For my ethnicity, I am a quarter Filipino. My dad is half, and my grandmother, she was from the Philippines. The rest of me is actually, I'm mostly French Canadian. And I know I'm like English, Scottish, German maybe. I actually want to do one of those DNA tests to actually figure out everything, exactly what I am. Even though I've learned a lot of Korean, I'm always nervous that I'm gonna forget everything. I love tattoos and piercings. I have 2 tattoos, and I have my nose done. I have a few in my ears. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piercings, and I actually had this done before, the nostril one, but then actually I was 16 when I got that done, and it fell out in my sleep, and it hurt too much to put back in, so I left it out, and then my nose closed up overnight. Yeah, I want to get that redone eventually. And I actually want to do a few other piercings, but I have to really think about them as well. I'm not going to say what they are yet. Okay, this is really random, but everyone always asks me about it. This right here I have with me all the time. It is A&D ointment. So I use this in place of chapstick because my lips are very, very sensitive. I actually moved, and the climate was so different that I gained a bunch of allergies, and I couldn't use any chapstick. Every time I used any chapstick, my lips would just break out, and this is like the only thing that I can use. My first music show that I've ever gone to was Sharon Van Etten. I used to be really, really shy growing up, and I still am very shy, but when I was 21, when I went to college for the second time, I actually broke out of my shell, I think, when I was there. I met a lot of people, and I think that really helped. I had like, I had a group of friends that helped me through that. My parents told me that when I was young, like really young, maybe like 4 years old, I think it was before I went into school, I went a year without talking, and I don't know why. Like, I don't remember it at all, but they said, yeah, I just never talked for some reason. I knew how, but I just never did. The only perfume scents that I wear now are peach, grape, and cotton candy. So that is 50 random facts about me. I hope you all thought they were interesting. I thought they were interesting. Anyway, I hope you all check out my other videos. I want to start making them every day. I haven't lately because I've been very lazy, but yeah, I hope you guys liked it, and thank you.